Listen to me, you balding mortals. Here are my 10 hair transplant commandments.
Let me guess, you are the guy who wants to get a hair transplant and would love to inform himself before he decides to get a hair transplant. Or second, you are a guy who already got a hair transplant and it did not really go or end up looking as you wanted. This video is gonna be very helpful to you because these are my 10 hair transplant commandments that you should live by, that should be like alpha and omega of your hair transplant research. So I hope you will enjoy these. Let's start. The first commandment: you shall not prefer FUE to FUT or the other way around. Don't let the devil fool you into thinking that FUT is bad. Don't let him fool you into FUT as this scarring monster that leaves scars. Well, FUE also leaves scars. If you are already well informed, you probably know that FUT as well as FUE are both great ways of restoring hair, but they can be more or less beneficial, depends on the patient's hair situation. Second commandment: you shall not take the available amount of donor hair in your donor area God gave you in vain. And by that I mean simply do not waste your donor area, because you were only gifted by one donor zone with a particular amount of grafts which can be extracted. Third commandment: you shall not be fooled by devil's ridiculously low offers on very cheap hair transplant prices and suspicious discounts. The hand of God means quality. The hand of God knows its price, and it will not offer any huge discounts for the mortals who wants to get a hair transplant. The fourth commandment: you shall not believe until your eyes can see. By that I mean you shall not be fooled by devil's pretty images of good-looking hair models on his websites who never got any hair transplant, but rather focus on the truth behind it. Well, what is the truth? The actual before and after result, which should be manifested in the most detailed way possible, in the highest quality picture possible. Such before and after result, which was shot from very different angles and also has very detailed description and hair analysis possible onto how many grafts were extracted, what kind of grafts were extracted. The fifth commandment: you shall not rush to get a hair transplant if you are a teenager or in your early 20s. Enjoy your life, enjoy your teens and 20s. You are great. By feeling anxious, desperate, and insecure about your hair loss in your very early 20s and teens, you are committing a greatest sin to your own self-worth and self-esteem. Sixth commandment: you shall not commit the sin of an aggressive, way too low hairline design. If you do it, you will most likely end up with not enough donor hair which can be provided for your next or third hair transplant. Seventh commandment: you shall not trust the devil who says that hair transplant will stop your hair loss forever. Eighth commandment: you shall not blindly trust any YouTube video about hair transplant, as the information is always being pushed by the devil's agenda and the real truth may be somewhere in the middle. Don't give up. Keep searching. Keep informing yourself until you make your decision. And even after all that, if you're not able to find the best hair transplant clinic, make sure you sign up for my mentoring session on mattdominance.com/mentoring, where I'm gonna be providing you with the best possible hair transplant advice. Ninth commandment: you shall not feel hopeless once you realize that hair transplant is not possible for you. You're just not the right candidate for it. Your donor hair may not be maybe thick enough, it doesn't have enough density, or maybe you have poor blood flow in your recipient area. Don't feel hopeless again. Honor yourself like you honor your friends and family, because you are the most important person in your life, whether you are bald or not, whether you suffer from hair loss or not. The 10th commandment: You shall not have unrealistic expectations. Your donor zone is that big, and the horseshoe balding pattern potential is that big. Will never be enough to cover the large and lonely balding areas. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, make sure you comment and subscribe to my channel Mad Dominance, where it's all about stopping our hair loss, getting our hair back, and hair transplant. As I said, if you need my help, if you need professional mentoring advice when it comes to advising the best hair transplant clinic for your needs, for your budget, make sure you sign up for the mentoring session right now. There's a 30% discount in the description below, so make sure you use it. There is also a free ebook, 5 things I wish I knew before my hair transplant, which is totally free on my website. Just get it right now. You sign up for my email list and get this ebook for free. And the last thing, not so important, but hey, if you are not following me on Instagram, you are missing out. I'm posting pictures not only about what I'm doing, posting my stories from my travels, what I wear, how I work out, and stuff like that, you know, man kind of stuff. So if it's something that interests you, make sure you sign up, make sure you follow me on Instagram and connect with me over there. I read my messages every day, answer guys on Instagram. So if you are Instagram fan, make sure you follow me also on Instagram. That was Mad Dominance, guys. I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. So take care. So like a basic pompadour, but I don't really style it up so much. Alright guys, so this is the number one that I really like.